1、3 Japan! It's Mana. There are so many half Japanese and half Filipino friends, and I have also half Japanese and half Filipino friends, and I heard so many experiences and I realized they have different experience and personality. If they were born and raised in Japan, the lifestyle and personality and experience like similar to Japanese, but if born and raised in the Philippines, the personality and experiences and character are totally Filipino. So today's topic is we're gonna interview half Filipino and half Japanese friends. Before watching this video, please subscribe our channel and follow my Instagram, manahello. Let's go! I am not in the Philippines, but my friend Charles has so many friends, and he interviewed half Filipino, half Japanese who was born and raised in Japan. And also, he interviewed half Japanese and half Filipino born and raised in the Philippines. I think they have so many different history, so I'm gonna react to the video. So let's go! So, I'm gonna watch it! せーの、スタート!
Hi, 皆さん、こんにちは。チャールズです。こちらがジャスティンさんです。日本出身ですけど、現在フィリピンに住んでいます。合ってますか？
はい。
はい。おいくつですか？20歳。20歳。はい。なるほど。学生ですよね。はい、学生でもお仕事もしてますか？
はい。
はい。どこで働きますか？
おうち。
おうち。at home。日本のどこから来ましたか？
福岡出身です。
福岡。あれはどこに？
福岡。日本の南の方。
南。はいはい。なるほどなるほど。日本に家族はいますか？
お父さんとお兄ちゃん。
お父さんとお兄ちゃん。はいはい。フィリピンにも家族はいますか？
お母さん。
お母さん。お願いします。Okay, so right now I am with Justine. Can you say a little bit about yourself?
My name is Justine Hamada. I was born and raised in Japan, but when I was like 11, I moved to Philippines. Then I studied here for 3 years. Then I went back to Japan and 中学高校 in Japan. Then I went back here to finish high school. Then yeah, I'm currently a college student.
Which of your parents is Japanese and which is Filipino?
My dad is Japanese and my mom is a Filipino.
What was your childhood in Japan?
I had many friends. Yeah. I was a little far from my school, so I have to take like public bus every morning, and you know, when I come home, yeah, it was a normal childhood. Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like it was a little maybe different compared to other like full Japanese, or was it like really normal Japanese childhood?
It was just a little different because of my first name. It's not Japanese, so everybody would call me Justine. Even my teachers would call my peers by their last name, but when it comes to me, it's Justine.
So because your name is not Japanese, people were more calling you Justine rather than Hamada-san.
Yeah.
面白い. Were people in Japan or were people around you in Japan able to tell that you were half Filipino, or no? They did not know.
They always suspect that I'm half because well, my eyes are bigger compared to theirs.
So desu ka. So they always ask you?
Yeah, they ask if I'm half, and I say, yeah, I'm half Filipino.
And when they find out that you're half Filipino, what is their normal reaction? When you first visited the Philippines, what was your first impression of the Philippines?
I don't know. It's like not safe.
Oh no, abunai. Why do you think so? Why?
I'm always carefree when I'm in Japan. Then,
hi.
When I went to Philippines, my mom suddenly always tells me, keep your bag. Don't put your phone in your pocket.
Japan is known to be like one of the safest countries anywhere, right?
Okay.
So in Japan, there's no need to worry about being robbed.
No, I can leave my laptop here and go to the restroom. When I come back, it's still here.
were Filipinos able to tell that you were half Japanese or no?
They can't tell until I start talking.
Do they think na you have a Japanese accent?
Yeah, when I came here back when I was like 11, so that was like the first time I actually interact with people my age. They would all tell me that I have this weird Japanese accent, which I tried to get rid of because I want to fit in.
So when Filipinos find out that you're Japanese, how do they normally react?
If it's a boy, and back in high school, they start saying "yamete."
Oh my god!
Yamete senpai. If it's a girl, they say "konnichiwa." If I'm being called Justine in Japan, people here call me Hamada.
Ah? Talaga? Nande?
I say Hamada. Ganun.
What do you think is
Why
the biggest
Justine?
difference between Japan and the Philippines?
I don't know if it's because of the environment I live in, but like when I'm in Japan, I feel normal. Like I ride trains, buses, public transport. Here, I feel like I can't do that. Feels dangerous, and the difference, I guess, is I can use public institutions, public facilities, and I feel normal. Here, I cannot. I'm not at ease when I use public facilities.
What about the biggest similarity between Japan and the Philippines for you?
Friendly,
Nah.
easy to get along with.
Where would you rather spend the rest of your life? Would you prefer to live in the Philippines or Japan?
Philippines.
Ah, actually?
It's more comfortable here. I was more thrifty in Japan compared to here.
Yeah,
Here,
because-
I'm like super gastos and
Yeah.
I actually enjoy that.
Yeah, I think because in Japan, I think sobrang layo nung expenses, tama ba?
Yeah. I just tend to save when I'm there. When I'm in here, I focus on spending.
So it's easier to spend money here.
Yeah, and I enjoy that. So I like it here.
Okay, so this next part is to test how much of a Filipino or Japanese Justine signs. Okay, so the first one is about punctuality. Are you more of a Japanese time person or a Filipino time person?
I think Filipinos.
It's a rule. You have to be there 15 minutes before the
Hi.
time.
Even when you were in school, you're always early.
Yeah.
In your family, everyone is always early or no?
My mom's always like,
Number two, do you prefer to commute or to ride a car?
car.
Car.
This one's car.
But I think in Japan, it's more common to ride a
Why?
train, right?
I never use
Convenient.
car when I'm in Japan.
Ah.
Always
Yeah.
Always train. Next, in terms of work habit, are you more of a very focused on work, very tedious, hardworking, or do you approach it more of like chill, relaxed, whatever happens, it happens?
I used to be tedious, and then after a few months,
Here?
here I said the stress is not worth
Aye.
it. So I just decided to take it chill. When I moved to Philippines, everybody's so chill, and everybody's always asking for extension of deadline. That's something I never understood. Also, when taking exams, like you're not supposed to ask question about your exam, but for some reason, my classmates they like, ma'am. Hint. When the teacher says time's up, you have to give the paper. But no, they'll be
no.
like, wait lang. And that's something you really cannot do in Japan.
Wow.
And when I saw that culture,
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
strict.
oh, that's less stressful. And I learned to adapt.
Next, in terms of fashion, are you more of a fashionista wherein every time you go out you have to really dress well, or are you more of just simple
think
and comfortable attire?
Dress up according to the occasion. So I choose my clothes carefully. I make sure that my clothes is appropriate for the place. So I guess I'm not a fashionista type. I like to be simple.
Next, this one is about boys. Do you prefer the soft-spoken, skinny, shy boy, or the soft, as in soft, aggressive, and emotional boy?
I like being in control. So I like those
Shy.
shy type.
So that's normal boy in Japan. Okay, next. You have to choose between a Japanese resto and a Filipino resto. Where would you go?
Japanese.
Japanese. Nande?
I don't know.
Because you're Japanese.
Like whenever I go to the mall, it's like
Always Japanese.
Yeah, I see Filipino restos and like, pwede. And then like, I see yabu later. And like, yabu na lang.
Okay, next. When you're eating, are you more of you only eat what you need to eat? Like you have to stick to like a diet or like restrictions for your food? Or are you more of you eat whatever you want?
Not
Yes,
everything
this is
because,
mine.
well, I have a budget. Just what I think is adequate.
Right. I heard that for Japanese people, when they're eating, you only eat until you're like 80% full. Is that true?
I think in
Yeah,
all ways
my
it's
friends.
true and it's I think the correct way of eating. You don't want to be bloated when you get out
Not
of the
true.
restaurant.
Ah, well, you know. Next, simple question. Do you prefer ocha or kohi?
Ocha.
Ocha. Ah, nande.
Oishi.
Okay, last two questions. Where would you rather go? Autumn Festival in Kyoto or beach party in Boracay?
I'd rather go to Autumn Festival.
Autumn Festival in Kyoto. Okay, last question. You have to choose one. You have to do 4 hours forced overtime work in Japan or 4 hours stuck in traffic in the Philippines.
Overtime. It's better to be doing something than
Right.
just sitting there in traffic.
Have you experienced that kind of traffic here in the Philippines?
Oh yeah, I have.
What was the longest time that you had to wait stuck in traffic here?
I think that there was a time that it took me 5 hours.
5 hours.
And that was Friday. And I think that was like Summer Friday.
Yeah. Sweldo day,
So-
Friday is the worst.
It was also raining, so like it was extra. It was so
Oh my
traffic.
god, 5 hours.
So I'm here today with Yoshimi. Please give a short introduction of yourself.
Alright, my name is Yoshimi Iwasaki. My name is fully Japanese, but I'm half Filipino and half Japanese. I grew up here in the Philippines and we were classmates. High
Sa
school.
high school. Except never tayo naging
Ay, hindi pala tayo classmates.
batchmates.
Batchmates.
Pero never naging classmates. So you are half Japanese.
Half Japanese.
So for the benefit of the viewers, can you say something in Japanese?
こんにちは。私の名前は岩崎よしみです。で、これからチャールズ君がインタビューしてくれるので、ちょっとどういうインタビューになるかわからないですけれども、よろしくお願いします。
So you are half Japanese. Which of your parents is Japanese and which one is Filipino?
Alright, my father is the Japanese and my mother is the Filipino.
Pero dito ka sa Pilipinas lumaki.
Yes, dito po.
What was your childhood like here in the Philippines? So being half Japanese, did you feel na your experience growing up was different? Or was it like normal Filipino experience?
To be honest, I don't think it's a normal Filipino childhood. Since I'm half Japanese, my mom was really strict talaga. She wants to make everything safe. Parang she doesn't want me to go out alone. Ganun yung naging lifestyle ko.
Bakit elementary pa lang gusto mo na naglalabas?
Oh, kasi kasi I studied in Japanese school where everyone is Japanese or half Japanese. Lahat kami doon. And then, hindi kami allowed to go out. Hindi kami allowed to play outside.
Yung maglaro lang sa labas,
Oo,
sa
ganun.
playground.
Oo, bawal. So parang for me, it's not normal.
So that being said, could you say kung bakit mas sa Pilipinas kayo pinalaki ng sister mo or hindi sa Japan or what?
One of the major reason why my parents chose to live here is because yung dad ko works in a travel agency here. And then he loves Philippines too much. Sobra.
Saan nagkakalala yung parents mo? Sa Japan or dito?
Dito.
Dito. Okay, so yung mga tao around you, be it Filipino or even kapwa foreign, were they able to tell right away na half Japanese ka or mas may Filipino look ka ba para sa kanila?
Tanong ko yan sa'yo. That's my question.
Kasi nung high school tayo, hindi tayo friends.
Ouch!
First, hindi tayo magkakilala first eh. Hindi ko alam kung una ba kita nakita o una ko narinig na may Japanese classmate kami. Basta alam ko, nung pagkakita ko pa lang sa'yo, alam ko na Japanese or at least half Japanese. Yung sa mga nasa paligid mo before growing up, were they able to tell na half Japanese ka?
Siguro if I'm alone, they will not know na parang half ako. But if I'm with my sister, kasi my sister is matangkad, morena, gano'n. nako-compare na oh, Haponesa ka nga. Parang sama ng term na compare. But iba-iba kasi features natin, di ba?
Wait, ibig sabihin, like, mas Japanese yung
Mas Japanese feature.
Ano yung general reaction tingin mo pag nalaman nilang half Japanese ka? Meron ba silang specific reaction?
Well, it depends on the situation. Kung Pinoy yung kausap ko, natutuwa. Na parang, okay, Nihonjin! Gaganon sila, natutuwa. If Japanese naman, nalaman na Filipino, na half ako, parang sabi na, oo, mukha nga.
Pero pag kapwa Pilipino ang nakaalam, parang mas may excitement
May
sila.
excitement sila.
So pag-usapan naman natin yung first time mo nag-Japan. Nung nag-Japan ka, ano yung initial reaction mo?
Malinis.
Surinig niyo yan?
Malinis. Transportation system is so nice compared to the whole dito. Sorry. Everyone is nice. Parang lahat pinapansin ka. Like, good morning, ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, otsukare, gumagansin.
Pag nasa Japan ka, are the Japanese able to tell right away na half ka o hindi rin?
If I'm not talking to them, maybe they will consider me as like, oh, foreigner. Foreigner. Kasi even I go to the supermarket, tapos kunyari magtatanong ako, umaalis, lumalayas.
Talaga?
Parang,
Akala ko ba sabi mo nice sila?
oo nga, nice. Parang gumaganon lang sila. Parang, kansya, ganun. Parang kami ng sister ko, parang, uy, ano to, tanong natin. Ganyan. Parang, tanong natin kung may size na ganito. Lumalayos, habol kami ng habol. Tapos kung nag-Japanese na kami, biglang, kung size desu ka? Gaganon sila sa akin ko. Loko to
May tanong ako, pag mga foreigner daw, even if marunong silang mag-Japanese, basta mukha silang foreigner, tinatrato sila as foreigner na hindi marunong mag-Japanese. Meron bang katotohanan doon?
Meron.
Talaga?
Kahit nag-Japanese na ako, nagre-reply sila in English, parang,
How about pag dito sa Pilipinas, wala namang ganun? Wala ka na-experience sa ganun?
wala. Sila pa ngayon lumalapit Yung parang, Japanese? Nihongo?
Having spent time sa Philippines tsaka sa Japan, ano sa tingin mo, or ano para sa'yo yung pinakamalaking pagkakaiba between Philippines at Japan?
Okay, discipline siguro.
Well,
Disiplina. In Japan, everyone is disciplined. They follow the rules. Unlike here, di ba, minsan may mga pasaway.
so on the other hand naman, ano sa tingin mo yung similarity naman between Japan and Philippines?
Mabait. Lahat ng tao naman mabait.
Mabait in terms of madaling makausap, ganun?
Kasi may level of bait. Bait of Japanese are more on parang helpful. Kung may kailangan ka, may tatry nila yung best. Kahit natatakot sila mag-English o mag-iwas, but they will do their best to help you. Ang Pinoy naman, yung level nila is feeling ko talagang sobrang deep yung pagkabait. Family-oriented Pinoy. So talagang, if they help someone, they will consider that person as your family. Parang ganun na. Parang nanay ko, parang tatay ko, ganun yung help nila.
Yeah.
That being said, where would you prefer to spend maybe the rest of your life if you were given the opportunity? Dito sa Pilipinas o sa Japan?
Pinas.
Nasa Pinas ba?
I grew up here nandito yung
Lahat
family
ng
ko.
family, lahat ng friends.
Friends nandito. Tsaka pwede ka maging kasaway.
So, binention mo na sa Japan ay disiplinado. Mas gusto mo dito. Kasi gusto mo maging paso. Okay, so yung next part ng video ay ika-quiz kita with regards to mas may tendency ka bang maging Filipino or Japanese.
Sige. Nako, I know the answer.
Okay, number 1, yung punctuality. Are you more of a Filipino time person or Japanese time person?
Japanese.
Japanese.
yes.
Meaning, lagi ka maaga.
Maga ako.
So ever since kahit bata ka pa, lagi ka maaga.
Bawal mali. Kasi I don't want to waste the time of that person.
Was it something na mas more of in-instill sa'yo ng father mo o mother or both?
Father.
A father.
Father.
What about sa buong family niyo? Lahat kayo maaga or...
Hindi.
So, sinong hindi maaga? Mommy?
Mommy.
So, yung full Filipina ang talagang nag-inherit ng Filipino time. Number 2, do you prefer to commute o travel by car? Na ikaw nagdadrive?
Travel by car.
Well, kasi nasa Pilipinas
Nasa
tayo
Pilipinas
Pero pag, for example, nasa Japan,
I'll be honest even though they have a good transportation system there, I want to have my own car.
Pero I think sa Japan, mas dinidiscourage ata talaga
Yung
may
space
kotse.
kasi.
Yes.
Oh, 1 point Pinoy.
So pagdating naman sa work ethic, are you more of a work hard, seryoso, focus sa trabaho kind of person? O mas more of chill lang, sige lang, okay lang, hayaan lang natin, mangyari na yung mangyari, alin sa dalawa?
Pwede ba both?
Kasi pwede naman.
Oo, both. Right now, sa Japan, they practice this work balance. Kaya parang yun, ina-apply ko siya ngayon sa sarili ko.
Pero kasi for a time nga, sobrang notorious ang Japan, di ba? Para sa work ethic nila. Next, ito naman, pagdating sa dressing up, would you consider yourself more of a fashionista na laging kailangan dress to impress? O mas more of kung ano yung comfortable na suot, yun yung susuot?
Hindi ako fashionista. I'm not.
Pero tama ba na, ano? Pag, for example, sa Tokyo daw, yung mga tao doon is akala mo parang rarampa araw-araw talaga.
Tapos mga branded bag. Meron. Nagbebentahan pa sila. Naglalako sila ng bags.
Ito interesting to.
Sige.
Ito naman tungkol sa boys. Would you prefer yung soft-spoken, skinny, shy boy? O yung... or yung soft, as in malambot, pero aggressive, tapos romantic na boy. Alin sa dalawa?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Ayoko na mas babae pa sa akin.
Tingin mo, para sa'yo, tama ba yung worldwide impression na very romantic ng mga Filipino boys? In general.
In a good way ba dapat? Kasi may...
Paano naging bad way?
Mabayaro. Pero hindi, totoo naman eh. Mas masarap magmahaling Pinoy, diba?
Okay, next. Kunwari nito sa ATC. And you had to choose between eating at the Japanese resto or Filipino resto. Saan ka unang pupunta?
Pinoy.
Pinoy. Bakit Pinoy?
Kasi mom ko Japanese food na yung niluluto every week. Every day. Parang ayoko na. Pinoy naman.
So it's more of dahil sa bahay ang kinakain mo every day.
And then, hindi. Tsaka yung food itself, mas tasty kasi yung food yung nakaluto talaga.
Wow! Wow!
Mas tasty yung food kasi ng mga Pinoy. Mas madaming mga, like, I love patis, bagoong, gano'n. Madami kayong mga condiments na kakaiba.
So anong favorite mong Filipino dish?
Kare-kare!
Pero what about Japanese food? Ano ang specific na gusto mo?
Tofu.
Parang mayroon din tayo ng sariling version ng gano'n
Tofu.
Next. Habang kumakain ka na, would you say na mas reserved ka sa amount ng kinakain mo? Like, tipong mas magsistick ka sa dietary restrictions? O mas more of kung ano yung gusto mong kainin, kakainin mo talaga?
Kakainin ko talaga.
Pero I think sa Japan, mas strict sila ata pagdating sa body image, no?
Oo. Sobra.
Whether lalaki or babae.
Oo, health conscious talaga sila.
Pero yun naman yung mas Filipino side mo na.
Oo, kain lang. Tapos diet mamaya.
Ito, basic na question. Tea or coffee?
Ocha.
Anong ocha specifically?
Green tea.
Green tea. So, ang mas iniinom mo everyday, tipong pampagising, tsaa talaga.
Tsaa and kape. Both ko. Ang weird ko, no? Pero kung pipagpipilian ako, tsaa.
Last 2 questions. Where would you rather go? Autumn Festival ng Kyoto or beach party sa Boracay?
Ay, matanda na ako. Kyoto na lang. Kung before yan, Boracay.
Kung sabihin na matanda na dalaga pa siyo.
Oo, dalaga ba?
Pero yung totoo, mas Autumn Festival.
Mahilig ako sa beach. As in, pero ayoko ng party kasi. Mahilig ako sa dagat. Ang itim ko na nga eh. Umitim na ako sa lagay. Wow, sa lagay na to.
Tanggalin natin yung party. Would you rather go sa Autumn Festival ng Kyoto o a day in the beach alone?
Beach.
Okay, last question. Anong mas matitiis mo? 4 hours ng forced overtime work sa isang Japanese company o 4 hours na stuck ka sa EDSA?
Work na lang. Okay lang, kahit walang at least may natapos ako din.
Ang alam ko, pag sa Japan, hindi siya forced, pero more of mape-pressure ka kasi lahat nakikita mo nag-overtime. So parang pag hindi ka mag-overtime, may hiya.
Parang wala kang kwenta. Parang ganun. Parang, ay, hindi siya ganun.
Interesting. They have different personality and they have different experiences. And I realized Charles asked them the questions, and I think my personality is like Filipino because I feel like I feel like more Filipino because I am Filipino lifestyle and Filipino habit and eating style is like a Filipino. Thank you so much for Charles and Justine-san and Yoshimi-san. How about this video? Do you like it? If you like this video, please subscribe our channel and follow my Instagram manahello. See you on the next video. Bye bye.